And we're back. All right, we're back. I went and did my eyebrows for you because I was figuring like Valerie, KAISI, Valerie Love known as KAISI. You cannot be on YouTube without your eyebrows done. And I'm wearing Hermione Granger today. All my favorite witch hats are named after, all my witch hats are named after witches I love. So this is Hermione Granger. And I'm standing today so that you can see Hermione in all her full glory. Because when I said, you just can't see the whole fullness of the hat. And we're back. And we're back. Yay! So, where were we? Let's pick up with Come on, Witchy Wednesday. We're back. Witchy Wednesday, Witchy Wednesday. Yay! We're back. We're back. We're back. How exciting is this? Because we get to be together twice today on Witchy Wednesday, and we get to really dive into these books that I absolutely love and adore. And you already saw many of the books in part one. Now we're going to go even deeper into books that I absolutely love for beginning witches. Yay! Get your little magical stuff going. Get your magical self going. And I have my top 10. Look at this. My top 10 favorite, fave tarot books. Oh my God. You're new here? Oh, welcome, Fatima. Welcome. Uh, and thank you so much. She said, I love your energy. Thank you so very much. That I do really appreciate. I really appreciate that. So let's get started. First off, let's pick up where we left off. So we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. More wonderful witchy books. More witchy books. More witchy books. More witchy books. We're on Facebook. I am KAISI. If we have not met, I am KAISI, also known as Valerie Love, Reverend Valerie Love. And if you have not joined us yet on the Facebook fan page, hop over to the Facebook fan page where we have the Christian witches. And if you are on Facebook, you can hop over to uh, YouTube for the LoveTubers. We're back, Aurora Day. We're back, and you can follow us on YouTube. Hey, peeps, hey, peeps, hey, peeps. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you. Welcome, 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 welcome. I am KAISI. Yay! KAISI, also known as Valerie Love. Hey, when I went to ayahuasca, I was in Peru. Let's get witchy. The LoveTuber said, let's get witchy. When I was in Peru, I received a new magical name, a name that really represents the essence of my being, and it is KAISI. So you will see everything changing over to KAISI over this year. You will see KAISI. Smash that like button, baby. Smash that share button. And remember to subscribe and ring the bell so you know when we go live. Jericho! Oh my God, it's so good to see you again. Mwah! Love you, Jericho. So good to see you again. How the girls? So let's continue with the witchy books. Here are, and remember, once again, all these witchy books that I'm sharing with you are by no means the complete entire list. By no means are they the only books that you should read. By no means are they books that you may completely capture. I did not capture, really logically understand all these books when I first started. I read them and read them and read them, and many of them, as the ones I've already shown you, like the Key of Solomon and some of the other deeper magical tomes, I really studied them over and over and over and over. And I continue to come back to them, continue to come back. Iowa, hey, Hattie. How you loving? How you loving, Hattie? And I continue to visit them over and over again. Let's do a filter on YouTube, shall we? We got to make this interesting. Okay. YouTube, tell me what you want. I'm going to let the LoveTubers pick the filter, okay, Facebook? Do y'all like Dance Party? This is Dance Party. Okay, we're going to get a vote going. That's Dance Party. Okay, what about Bubbles? We're going to get a vote on YouTube. Bubbles, there's Bubbles. So you saw Dance Party, here's Bubbles. All right, let's go with Dream. Dream I love because it has the Matrix look. It's like Matrixy. Okay, Dream. All right, Ron is yes. This is Glamour. Okay, let's do Beam. This is Beam. And let's do 8mm. That's 8mm. I look like one of the other ones back in the day. Dawn. This is Dawn. I kind of like Dance Party. This is documentary. Ooh, a witch looks like a doc. Ooh, I love this documentary. I kind of like this. Never can go wrong with Dream, right, Danielle? I know that's right. Black and white. This is called Sepia. Here's silver screen, like back in the day. Dance party is a little too distracting. Okay, Madison, we won't do dance party. Haunt. No, I'm not feeling haunt. Sketch. No, I'm not feeling sketch. Dance party. Dance party, they say, is a little too distracting. But dream. Now, dream is nice because dream has got the. Let's go with dream. It's witchy. It's Wednesday. Documentary. You like documentary? Do y'all like documentary? Dream. 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 Okay. Dream, dream, dream. All right. Dream it is. They picked. The vote is in. Dream. All right. Dream it is. Thank you, Facebook, for being patient with us on LoveTubers. Dream or Bubbles. Okay. All right. You like Dream or Bubbles. Okay. Seems like Dream is a big winner on the YouTube channel. All right. So here we are with Dream. Let's go into the next books. You can never lose with the Bibles series. Okay. So let's look at the Bible series. I have the Wicca Bible. The Wicca Bible. Can you all see that okay? Yeah. The Wicca Bible. And the reason I love the Wicca Bible is because when I was first really going down this magical path, and I was very afraid because, I was coming out of the Christian experience, I got this book a long time ago, over a decade ago, in 2006. As you can see, I always write an inscription to myself in my books when I first get them. And I got this one in 2006. And I was really kind of already on the path of spirituality from the time. Let's go back, first of all. Let's go back for a moment. And I'm going to share a little bit with you about my story. So, as you know, I was in the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses. I grew up in the cult from age 4 to age 30. For 26 years, I was in the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses. And if you want to understand more about how I escaped the cult and came out of it, and what that meant for my soul and what it meant for the unfoldment of my path as a witch and as a magical person, you can. So did I. You did too, Fatima. Oh my God. So all of the ex Jehovah's Witnesses, they're all coming out the woodworks, and they love talking to me and connecting with me. I had an incredible coaching session yesterday with an ex Jehovah's Witness, ex JW. Incredible. When I tell you incredible conversations, even in the conversations that I have been having with a lot of ex-JWs, I have received so much inspiration for the channel. I probably got another 10 video ideas to do about my life in the 26 years as Jehovah's Witnesses. That'll be one of the next big books I write, How I Escaped the Cult. So I was coming out of the cult when I turned 30. I just left, right? Who is this book by? This is by Anne Marie Gallagher on Facebook. Anne Marie Gallagher. Okay. Hey Tanner, Fairy, how you loving? How you loving? So after I came out of the cult and I freed my mind, it was about 30, right? I had a debilitating depression. I mean, this depression was so debilitating, I almost took myself out with a bottle of pills. But what brought me back from the edge of the cliff was that I had 2 children. Hey, mate! Mwah! I had 2 children. And my 2 children, who are now 30 and 27, the 30-year-old was 3, and my baby was just born, and I was nursing her, and I was terrified that when I went to reach for the pills in the cabinet. Hey, Monique, how you loving? Mwah! We have a sacred conjure woman in our presence. When I went on the path of the loving, yes. So when I went for the bottle of pills in the medicine cabinet, something drew me back. And what drew me back? It was the thought of my children. Like, what would happen to my children? Because I had a baby and I was nursing her, and what would happen to my 3-year-old, and it was a toddler and a baby, and there was no way that somebody could mother them and take care of them. And so my children actually brought me back from the edge. So that, when I came back from the edge, I was like, okay, I'm not going to kill myself. So then what am I going to do? I'm not going to kill myself. Since that's off the table, that option is off the table. Maybe many of us have been there. Maybe a lot of people have been in a place where they wanted to kill themselves. I understand. I get it. I get depression. I get it. I totally get it. I was depressed for a long time. I totally get depression. I have compassion for it. When I made the awakening, when I had my awakening, my soul said, when I came back from the edge, okay, I'm not going to kill myself. What am I going to do? My soul said, live or die. And if you live, you're going to really live. Ooh, my soul said, live or die. It was just like that scripture in Genesis or Exodus, or I'm not sure exactly where the scripture is, where Moses says from the Lord, I place before you the blessing and the malediction. Choose the blessing. I place before you life and death. Choose life. See, you got to choose life. You have to choose it. And then once you choose life, you have to choose to really live. So I chose life, and my soul said, live. That means really live. That means come out of the cult. That means stop doing what other people told you to do. That means stop living for other people. That means you're really going to live for you. You're really going to live your soul's destiny. You're really going to live your calling, and you'll walk on planet Earth. That's what really living means. So I decided to really live. So that's my background. And then fast forward a few years later, I got divorced from the husband that I had. I didn't want the life that I had. I did not want the life that I had. I had made a whole artificial life. Can anybody feel me? That you create an artificial life? Out of doing what other people told you to do, you look up one day and you have an artificial life. Like, this is not the life I want. That's what happened. That's what unfolded for me. So I decided that I was going to create a real life. A real life. Ron, it's time to block somebody. Somebody about to get blocked. They don't learn. Somebody's about to get blocked on YouTube. Ron, just say the word. Who is the, and report them too on YouTube. Report. Because YouTube, we have some interesting people that like to come by. Some interesting people that love to come by, and we welcome everyone. But every so often, you gotta help people find their way to a different place. Every so often, you gotta help people go somewhere else, because ain't for them. Now, even though we love everybody, some people you gotta love from afar. So here we are. I fast forward. I divorced my husband, right? So I'm a single mom. I'm living my life. I was so happy to be out the cult that I gave up everything that I had in the cult. I took all them witness Bibles and books. I stuffed them in the not in the garage. We didn't have a garage. We lived in a townhouse. I stuffed them all in a room in the basement, shut the door and locked it. It was like, I am done. I'm done. I don't want to see one more Bible. I don't want to see one more Watchtower Awake. I read every Watchtower and Awake for decades. I ain't trying. Every week, here come another Watchtower, another Awake, and another Watchtower, another Awake, and another Watchtower. I'm trying to get out. Oh my God, I was done. I was done. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. So I put all the books, break the chains. Come on. We got to break these chains. Right? Need some moderators so they can get them out of here. I'm going to do that because I just looked at that the other day, Roya, and I got just the people for moderators too. Oh my God, I love comedy. Comedy and humor helps the medicine go down. So anyway, here I was. Okay, so I'm done with the cold. I got rid of all the books. I'm going to live for me. So that was my hedonistic phase of life, where I then went to the club and was dropping it like it's hot. I was getting my life. I had my hedonistic period. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has to have a hedonistic period. I highly recommend a hedonistic period to help you to really kind of, settle. See, I was all the way on this end of the spectrum. Then I went all the way to that end of the spectrum. And I realized, wait a minute, this ain't it either, right? Just drink anything I feel like, sex anybody I feel like it, go wherever I feel like it, do whatever I feel like, go to the club, wear whatever I feel like it. All along, they had been telling me to wear long skirts all the way down past my knees. And then I said, well, I'm going to wear mini skirts every day. That was all the way at the other end of the polarity. As we know, law of polarity is one of the 7 hermetic principles of magic, right? I went from one polarity, shoot, all the way to the other polarity, and you find out that that's not it. It's the middle way. These extremes are not it. Doing everything other people tell you to do. No, that's not it. And doing anything you feel like doing at any time, all the time, that ain't it either. You got to find the middle way, right? That's the way of peace. That's the way of, as the Buddhists call it, the middle way. So I had to find my way, but I found my way by using the law of polarity. I need your energy, Robert. I got a lot of it. You ought to bottle this stuff. Oh my my God, it's funny. So that's a little bit of background so you can understand how I approach my magic. And you get to approach your magic any way you do. Everyone is magical in their own way. You are your own witch and the wizard. I'm here to support you. I'm here to support all magical people and standing up and being truly magical and owning your magic and knocking our socks off. Come on, come with it. We want to see you. We love our hoodoo witches, our voodoo witches. We love Christian witches. We love all the witches and all the wizards and all the magical people. We love it, right? So that's my background. So after I was dropping it like it was hot and I saw that wasn't it either. Then in the middle of that, I met my next husband to be. The saga continues. And shortly after we met, eclectic witches. Absolutely. We love them all. We love them all. And after I met my husband, I met him in the club, by the way, one of the nights that I was dropping it like it was hot. Anyway, he can play. And that night when we met, we started talking and whatnot, and then we continued the conversation. And y'all know the story about how my girlfriend, okay, good, then go somewhere else. You know, oh my God. Wait a minute, let me get myself together. I'm about to cry. These people crack me up on social media. Oh my God, that is so funny. You know why why do they even watch? They could. Pardon me, let me get myself together so I can be proper for you. It amazes me how people come watch something that they don't want to watch. And then they say something, and it's so easy to block them. That's the part that is amazing to me. I'm like, oh, child, these people, they just don't know. They just bless their little, you know what Grandma used to say? Grandma used to say, bless they little heart, bless their soul. When you hear somebody say that, then you know, why did you click on, why'd you come here? And it's so easy to get rid of them. You just press a button and that obliterates their whole life. But anyway, I digress. That I had to have some comic relief there. But anyway, coming back to the point. So here, y'all know the story of how I'm going to tie this all together. This is all going to come together with Witchy Wednesday, I promise you. So together, we're out together at the club, dropping it like it's hot in my hedonistic phase. And here was myself, my girl, poof, gone, right? Just like that, Sophie. Here was me, my girlfriend. I won't say their names here because I don't want to out them publicly. It was two of my girlfriends, right? The three of us were all together. So the three of us were together and we met these two dudes, and one of them was going to be my husband, but I didn't know he was going to become my husband. Y'all like the purple nails going with the purple hat. So anywho, purple is the witch's color. So anywho, here comes, he's talking to me and his friend is talking to one of my other girlfriends. So the girlfriends, we go to Denny's after the club. And so the three of us, me and my girlfriend says, let's have a meeting. So you know where the ladies have a meeting. They have a meeting in the bathroom. So that's our conference room for women. When we go out, we jump up, ladies' room, right? So that was the phase where we were still doing that. When we wanted to have a conference about the dudes, we would go to the ladies' room. So here, the three of us are in the ladies' room. And my girlfriend, who's from South Carolina, she's very, 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 you love this story, right, Shauna? Y'all, you know how this story ends. Everyone who hasn't heard this story yet is quite interested. So my girlfriend, who's from South Carolina, she says, hey, Val, I heard one of your videos, how wealthy people usually have drivers. Oh, do not drive this stuff. Yeah, yes, Uber picking you up counts. Absolutely, for a driver, absolutely. So my girlfriend, who's from South Carolina, she says to me, Valerie, the one that likes you, he just won $170 million in the lottery. And me and my other girlfriend, who's my ace boon coon from back in the day, we're from New York. We're born, we are a year apart, and we are born in the hood of the hood in Harlem, USA. We don't believe nothing. We come from the hood in USA. We do not believe anything people tell us, because when you're in Harlem, you grow up in Harlem, you just see a little bit of everything. So you skeptical as all get out. Okay, that's people from New York. Skeptical. Well, child, me and my girlfriend from New York look at my girlfriend from South Carolina. Valerie, he just won $170 million in the lottery. Me and my girlfriend from New York look at her. We fall out. We crack it up. We are laughing. We like, girl, you believe anything these dudes tell you? They want to get in our drawers. Do you see how we look? We walked up in the club and the music almost stopped. What are you talking about? Of course he gonna tell you he won $170 million in the lotto. And then she was like, no, but listen. He has a brand new car. She was so trying to convince us. She was so trying to convince us. He has a brand new car. It's a Volvo. And me and my girlfriend from from New York look at each other like, what the hell? We don't care nothing about no Volvo. So what? Anybody with good credit can go buy a Volvo. And even if you got bad credit and a job in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, you work for the government, you can still go buy a Volvo. Come on now. Stop it. Please stop, Jamela. No. Oop, I said her name. But anyway. And Jamela was like, oh, Val, I'm telling you, the one who likes you is rich. We thought it was hysterical. Well, come to find out, she was only off by 1-0 because he hadn't won $170 million in the lottery, but he had won $17 million in the lottery just 2 months prior. And he was caked up and he fell in love with me. And the rest is history. Oh my God. That turned out to be quite a fascinating, interesting ride. Yeah, eventually we got married. We have a daughter together and all that. And that was 20 years ago. Actually, it was 22 years ago. So if you want to know if you are going to win with winning the lottery, let me tell you something right now. You can, he falls in love with Valerie Love. Isn't that funny? The one that just won $17 million in the lottery. He won it in April. I met him in June. Now, let me tell you the particular magical incantation I used to meet a man who had won $17 million in the lottery. This is not a politically appropriate, politically correct affirmation. It worked like a charm. When I left my former husband, because he was broke, I said, no broke niggas ever. That was I'm just being honest with you and very transparent. That was my affirmation. It was very powerful because next thing you know, I wouldn't, no broke niggas ever. That was my affirmation. I was just mad. My girlfriends were like, dang, girl. And if I could sniff broke on him, I would just go the other way. I was shell shocked because my other husband, we had some experiences. And I didn't like those experiences. And that affirmation served me very well. It worked. Next thing you know, here comes this rich man 2 months before he met me. I'm telling you, he won the lottery, got his first check in April, $865,000 with $300,000 tax taken out off the top $565,000 check that he got in April and got it every single year for 20 years. Okay. And it ran out. And the end of the story is I now make more money than him and I pay him child support. Wow. How the tables turn. Oh my God. So guess what? For all you people that want to do magic to win the lottery, stop it. That's not the way. You know why? Because while he had won the lottery and he was continuing to, enjoy the lottery winnings, remember the lottery checks didn't have my name on it. I never stopped making money. I never stopped my money making muscle. I kept going. I kept building my business. I kept building the empire. I kept writing. I kept working on what I was working on. I kept going because I knew that money wasn't mine. And I knew one day that money was going to stop. And it did. That's why 70 to 80% of lottery winners are worse off after the lottery than they were before they ever won. So winning the lottery is not the answer. Changing your consciousness is the answer. Changing your consciousness is the answer. If you change your consciousness and you win the lottery, all good. But this is what a multi-millionaire mentor of mine said. He said, if you win $1 million, you better quickly become a millionaire. Ooh. He said, if you win $1 million, you better quickly become a millionaire. You see, $1 million, if we gave you $1 million right now, it doesn't make you a millionaire. Your mind makes you a millionaire. And the mind of a millionaire can make $1 million over and over and over and over and over again. But a person who does not have the mind of a millionaire will receive $1 million and they'll quickly go through it and they'll be worse off at the end than they were in the beginning. Whoo, I saw it with my own eyes. I can tell you how it works. I lived it. I'm not telling you what I read in books. I'm telling you what I know. Come on, Michelle. Wow, how you loving, Michelle? How you loving? So let's continue. without a favorite book. So this is sort of the background of my life, and this is sort of what brought me to magic, and what not only brought me to magic, what reminded me that I was a magical being in the very beginning. See, I've been magical all my life. When I was 3 and 4, I saw things. When I was little, I saw things. All my life, I saw things. I was always magical. The key is that being um, the cult for 26 years from age 4 to age 30 suppressed a lot of that, suppressed it. So what did I do? I opened that up for myself. When I went through my hedonistic period, I saw that wasn't it. Then I went through a period of being married and really enjoying the money and all that kind of stuff with my second husband. And as I was with my second husband, he was a Baptist. I was really in the, okay, I'm gonna really search this spiritual thing, and I'm gonna find my way. I'm gonna find what's really right for me spiritually. I'm just so deep on the spiritual path, so deep on the spiritual path. Wow, you need bars first to get your freedom. That's powerful statement. Powerful statement. So in all that, I say all that to say that it's been a journey. And I was married to a man, that man who had won $17 million in the lottery. He was also a Baptist. And what did he teach me? He taught me so many things, so many things. Powerful teacher. What I will say is this: that while I was in that relationship with him, I was experiencing inner conflict. My Christian was on one side, the witch was on the other side. Inner conflict, inner conflict, inner conflict. And that inner conflict really led to an unrest inside my soul. And how was it outpictured? It was outpictured by the fact that I was married to a person who was a Baptist who did not like my tarot cards. If I showed him a tarot deck, I'll tell you one thing. Got one of my tarot decks right here. If I had a tarot deck somewhere, he would have hit the roof. Okay? You hear me? Hit the roof. He was not trying to hear it. So he wasn't into tarot. He wasn't into any of that. And that was really an outpicturing of my own inner battle, inner conflict. I was playing it out in my life. When I became very clear, he simply dropped away as a relationship. It was very clear. After a few years, it just dropped away as a significant relationship in my life. And I went on to continue to hone into being a witch, to hone into magic, to really learn and perfect spell work and magic and tarot and really deep into crystals. And that's when I really, now for decades, probably now for 2 decades, over 2 decades, have been on a powerful spiritual journey. In addition to that, a powerful journey of magic. You see, because magic speaks to my soul. Uh, Skyfall said this. Skyfall said this filter makes me feel like I took drugs. It's quite magical, isn't it? That's what really caused me to study and study and study. So why do I have all these books? I have all these books because this is from decades of learning and applying myself to magic and learning the principles of magic and learning the laws of magic and learning and really becoming conscious, having the consciousness of a mage. You see, having the consciousness of a mage is very different. Yes, to us Christian witches. Come on, Ron, because Jesus told me I ain't never had to give up Jesus. Jesus never told me that I had to give up Christ for magic. Never, ever, ever. Christ is my dude. He been with me all along. People said that. Christ never said that. Christ is with everyone. He's like, do you, boo? Never. So that's how I knew that I could love my crystals and love Christ. I knew I could love tarot and love Christ. I knew I could love, magic and still get down with the gospel music. I didn't have to give it up. You see, spirit does not ask for a sacrifice. The ego, on the other hand, as A Course in Miracles teaches, asks for insane sacrifices. Spirit does not ever ask for sacrifice, right? Crystals are more valuable to me than gold. I know that's right, Marsha. Christ was an absolute magical practicing high priest, and he was initiated into the magical arts and sciences in Egypt. We all know this as magical people. He was initiated into the high magical arts and sciences in Egypt. All those years that he spent in Egypt, he was initiated into the high magical arts and sciences. And we ourselves too are initiates into the high magical arts and sciences. Yes, Marvin the Magi, yes. And we understand this. Many people who have not yet come to the level of understanding that you are at They still think that what's in the Bible is literal truth. They are still confused and they're still in pain and they're still listening to other people tell them what to do. You, however, are free. You have chosen to own magic and own the Christ consciousness as a pervading consciousness in your life. Yes. You see what I'm saying? In your life. Bye. So that's the power of really owning who you are. It's the power of really saying, I am happy and peaceful with my crystals and my Bible. Okay, so these are some of the Bible books that I want to share with you all. Here are some of the Bible books that I love. Let's go with the Wicca Bible. The Wicca Bible is once again by, let me show you the front of the Wicca Bible. These little Bible books, they're great. They have so much information in them. The Bible book, and look, he was gone, not even say a word about him. Bye. The Bible book by Anne Marie Gallagher. I absolutely love this Wicca Bible. It was just a powerful, powerful book to read a lot about Wicca. Now, I am not Wiccan. Every witch is not Wiccan, and every Wiccan is not a witch. There's a distinction between Wiccan and being a witch. Wicca is actually a religion that many people can practice, but you don't have to be born a witch to practice Wicca. And Wicca is a powerful, powerful religion. I just don't happen to practice Wicca, but it's a very powerful religion. I am a born witch. Period. I was born a witch. All of these books you can get from your local juju shop that has books, your magical bookshop, or Amazon.com, or all these books. You definitely will be able to get them from Llewellyn Worldwide. Bunch of tarot decks too. Next, let's go to the Crystal Bible. My God, I love this. Ooh, I love the Crystal Bible because it gives you all kinds of pictures so you can really study your magical crystals. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me, I carry around a couple of cards in here too. These are cards that just give you sort of a lot of short, it's like a really short card that gives you like crystals, real short definitions, like a cheat sheet that are really good for crystal properties. The Crystal Bible. And then if you want to just get another one of these Bible books, the Crystal Bible is by Judy Hall. Judy Hall. Can you see that? Judy Hall. And if you want to get the Feng Shui Bible, which I also got, I absolutely love Feng Shui. Feng Shui is its own magic. This filter isn't helping us right now. Okay, let's go off the tree filter. Gotcha. You know what I realized, Judy? If we're showing something, it's not good to have the filter on. So let's show those again without the filter, okay? You have spoken, I have listened. The Crystal Bible, and the Crystal Bible is by Judy Hall. And then also the Wicca Bible. The Wicca Bible is by Anne Marie Gallagher. Okay. Oh, documentary. Okay, let's go to documentary. I love to listen to it. I love documentary, actually. All right. Documentary it is. Let's go to our next books. I pulled out my Kindle to show you the next round of books before we get into my top 10 fave tarot books. Isn't it? Ooh, 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 they love this one. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, y'all love it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ah, Old World. It's so witchy, isn't it? It's witchy. Ah, but you can still see a hint of the purple. Oh my God, this is magical. And I'm looking quite magical on Facebook as well. I love on Facebook, I have the filter with the eye things and the crown. Oh, it's the flyest. This filter reminds me of an old magic film. I love it, actually. I love it. Oh, this beautiful hat, Hermione Granger. This is Hermione. Ah! Godzilla. Thank you for the 33 super chat. Mwah! Billionfold return to you. Where's my bell? We love that. So the next one I bought out to show you the books in my Kindle. So we got some incredible books in the Kindle. So here's where you want to go. You want to go to the Gallery of Magic online. I love the Gallery of Magic. And online, when you go to the Gallery of Magic, I want you to go to Damon Brand. Oh my God. Damon Brand has some incredible books, and I pulled up my Kindle so I could show you the Damon Brand books. So let's go to one of the Damon Brand books that I absolutely love. This one is called The Magical Cash Book. Can you see it right here? Let me go to the cover of the Magical Cash Book so you can see what it looks like. And I'll give you Damon Gallery of Magic is where you want to go. Gallery, Gallery of Magic, MAGIC.com. Gallery of Magic.com. I absolutely love Damon Brand. Here's what the book looks like. Can you see the cover of the book? It's called Magical Cash Book. This is an incredible magic book for manifesting money. This is an incredible, can you see it on Facebook as well? This is an incredible book for manifesting money magically. I've never seen a magic book like this. Damon Brand, The Magical Cash Book, also by Damon Brand. I have a few of his books because this is what I love about Damon Brand. Damon Brand, I have The Angels of Alchemy by Damon Brand as well. So you might be able to see right there. Uh-oh, hold on. Hold on, I'll bring it up for you. Here's what I love about Damon Brand. Damon Brand keeps it simple. He's not one of these people that you have to have a million different spell components, that you have to have all this gear. You know, some of our do age slower as a witch. Absolutely, Dante. Witches don't age like other people. All right, let's go to I'm going to show you the cover of the other Damon Brand book, okay? And if you want to look him up, right here you see Gallery of Magic, Damon Brand, Gallery of Magic. Hold a moment. Here it is. Damon Brand, Gallery of Magic. Here it is on Facebook. Okay, Damon Brand, Gallery of Magic. Now, what I love about Damon Brand, once again, look at his books: Wealth Magic, Magical Riches, Abracadabra. What I love about Damon Brand is he's a practicing magician. So he actually does the stuff that he's talking about. This is very important. Do people do the things that you're talking about? Next, he has written many, 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 many books. Look him up on Amazon.com. And Damon Brand keeps it simple. Now, if you are going to do Enochian vision magic, which we talked about earlier in the earlier video, this is not simple. This is complex. This is extremely complex. If you are going to do Enochian vision magic, not only will you have to create your whole wardrobe for it, because you must have a lamin, you must have the components of the lamin, you must have the holy table, you must have the articles, the instruments, the garb, the time of day. You must do all of that with this. This is a complex form of magic. You are not going to simply do that magic. Same with this. If you have the Key of Solomon, you are going to have a complex system. Grown folk magic. Come on, that's what Danielle said. Grown folk magic. These are complex systems. You want a simple spell that really works? Go to Damon Brand. Go to Gallery of Magic. Damon Brand will give you something simple, clean line, streamlined. It will work, and it will be good, and it'll be powerful. And there's a whole group of people at Gallery of Magic who practice magic together, who have been doing these spells for years. And these spells are proven to work. So go to Damon Brand. Go to Gallery of Magic. Now, the other thing I love about Gallery of Magic is that Damon Brand teaches you how to do magical servitors. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. What is a magical servitor? A magical servitor is an entity that you create out of your own consciousness. And this magical servitor that comes out of this, should a novice attempt magic from the Key of Solomon, do not. Do not do anything that's in this book. Do not. Oh my God, I'm so happy you asked that question. Smash the likes, smash up the likes, smash the shares. Come on, smash a thon. Ooh, you're right. Do not attempt to actually do the magic in this book. You was going to ask about servitors. We'll continue about servitors in a moment. Only read, study. Read, study, read, study. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love, because this shares it with people that really need this information. Explain novice, please. Novice means a new person, new to magic. This is not magic to actually do, because some of these old grimoires, they require dead body parts from people. They require blood. There's a lot of things that do blood. I've done blood initiations before, so that's not so strange. However, where are you going to get dead body parts? You can't. I mean, you could. There are some witches that are in cahoots with people that work in hospitals, and they can actually get from cadavers. Like you need a finger or a nail from a dead person who died in a war or who died. I mean, you could get that stuff, but that's not the magic I'm practicing. I'm just not that way. That's not my magic. However, I say read these because they have a wealth of magical eye of newt. Yes. I mean, where you gonna get a newt? I mean, you could, but that's just not the magic that I do. So when you go and you read these kinds of books, what you really want to do is, yeah, black magic is not your style, it's not my style either. Working with dead corpses and all that stuff. It's just not me, but people do it. When you work with these books, read these books, study these books, because these books are going to give you insights into the magical mind. They're going to help you develop the magical consciousness that's required for your own brand of magic. I got to tell you something. You look so youthful today, beautiful. Not that you don't today. Thank you. I'm doing something a little different. I'm actually doing face yoga. I've been doing face yoga. It's really good. Anywho, let's continue. There's a book. Now this little one. You look like 38. Skyfall. Thank you, Skyfall. Woohoo. I love it. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, face yoga. Yeah, I've been doing face yoga. It's so good. Oh my God. Supernatural beauty. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It comes from spirit, comes from the goddess. Yes. This book, the Necronomicon. Now, this is one of my faves. I must say. This is one of my faves, the Necronomicon. I love, love, love this book. Oh, the servitors. Before we go to the Necronomicon, let's finish. Thank you for a reminder. Servitors. Servitors are magical entities that you yourself create. Uh-oh, she bringing out the big guns. So Damon Brand, you get the books that I told you about in my Kindle. I have several books by Damon Brand. And one of the books by Damon Brand that I have, you love this filter? I do too, Ron. I love it. Y'all picked a good one. One of the books that I love about Damon Brand says magical servitors. And he teaches you very simply, exactly how to create your own servitor. What is a servitor? A servitor is an entity that you create out of your own consciousness that goes for a particular purpose and does your bidding for you. You could create a servitor to watch over your children. You could create a servitor to bring you greater success in your business. You could create a servitor to, it's just like a servant. It's a magical servant. You could create a magical servitor to protection. You could create a magical servitor to help you with greater intelligence, bring you smart things. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's different from a familiar. That's a good question. Oh, y'all are so magical. Y'all are on it. These are good questions. I want to dance. Now, a familiar is an animal that the witch or the wizard has with them. So a familiar could be a cat, a butterfly. It could be a familiar really could be any animal. It's usually an animal that's with you, either spirit or not in spirit. Most witches have cats as the familiar. Why? Because a cat is very magical. The whole cat family. They were very big in Egypt. Cats are very powerfully magical. Very magical. So most witches have cats as a familiar. And I've always loved cats. I'm not a dog person. I'm just not a dog person. This is not my thing. I love cats. And I've always had cats. I don't have a cat right now. However, when I make the move to Miami, I'm definitely going to have a couple of cats because cats are incredible. I love cats. Hey, Buddha's a butterfly. 222. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Mwah! Hallelujah. Thank you for the super chat. Some people have 3 familiars. Wow. A wolf. That's absolutely a phenomenal familiar. A phenomenal familiar. So all these animals, witches and wizards usually love animals anyway, because we really, really, really love nature and we're careful. We're caretakers of nature, right? Cats are incredible. Ooh, cats are guides between realms. Yes, Danielle. I love, 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 love cats. Now, please pardon me because the Facebook video went out because the phone is not charged up. I apologize for that. I got to work on that. At any rate, let's keep going. And I'm going to update my Facebook. How do you get a familiar? You get a familiar. I really think a familiar is sort of like a wand. It finds you. That's kind of how it works for me. I don't know if it works like that for every witch, and you really get to go within and ask your witchy self, your higher self, where is my familiar, and call the familiar to you. And the familiar could, right now I have 2. So I have this huge, even though I'm not a dog person, I have this huge white dog with me because he is in my family from the galactic signature. So as you know, I'm white cosmic wizard in the 13 moon calendar. In the 13 moon calendar, in my family, there are 5 in the white family: white wizard, white wind, white mirror, white wizard, white wind, white mirror, white world bridger, and white dog. So white dog is this big white husky like Eskimo dog who's with me as a familiar, and also my other familiar is a huge lion. Now, very different from my animal spirit guides. My animal totems are butterfly and elephant. These are familiars that are with me really for my work in the world. A servitor is different from a familiar. A servitor you make up from inside yourself for a specific reason. You create it from scratch. Yes, you completely created from scratch. This servitor, you say what the servitor is going to look like, the name of the servitor, what the servitor's duty is, what you feed it. You must feed the servitor. It's an entity, it's a living entity that you're going to make. Where it's going to live, how long it should live. Not all servitors are supposed to live forever. Once you make the servitor, you decide when the servitor is going to be done. Yeah, you feed it. You feed the servitor. And you feed the servitor. Damon Brand clearly outlines exactly the creation, the care, and the feeding of a magical servitor. It's called Magical Servitors by Damon Brand. Magical Servitors. Let me see if I can pull it up in my Kindle. You feed it different things. It depends on what you want the servitor for. So let's say that you have this servitor for you. One of the things that you can feed a servitor is gratitude. You can feed a servitor gratitude. He talks about it in the book. It's an incredible book. You find his books from Gallery of Magic. Okay? Now let me find the cover of this particular book. I found it fascinating, utterly fascinating. Now, I have not created a servitor that I know of, even though I know that many magical people, we create entities out of our consciousness all the time. Sometimes we are not aware. Okay? Let's see, let's find it. So I have here, if you want to just see some of the other books that I have by him, you see this book that I have by him right here. The 72 Sigils of Power by Damon Brand. Is that a Damon Brand book? Oh, no. That's another sister. Zana wrote that book. Oh, pardon me. That's not by Damon Brand. This one is by Damon Brand. The Angels of Alchemy. That's by Damon Brand. The Angels of Alchemy. That's an incredible book. Let me find Magical Servitors for you. Hopefully I have it in here. Here it is, Magical Servitors. This is what it looks like. Magical Servitors. Looks like a raven or a hawk on the cover. Magic Servitors. It's not even magical. Magic Servitors by Damon Brand. Incredible book. Incredible book. It's incredible. It's incredible. That book is incredible. So insightful. And he has created many servitors. And Damon Brand got money. He's completely financially independent, as he says all magical people really should be, because you should create something that would cause you to be financially independent, which is very true. Out of your magic, find a way to magic or spell yourself for money, or create servitors that bring you money. A witch or a wizard or a magical person really has that figured out, how to be financially free. There was one wizard. This is an incredible story. Drunvalo Melchizedek. He's a Melchizedek on the planet, and he wrote The Flower of Life, Volume 1 and Volume 2. You can see those books. They're incredible books. Drunvalo Melchizedek. Drunvalo Melchizedek said that, oh, which Damon Brand book should we start with? Start with the angel books. He has some really good books on angels that teach you some really good, powerful magic with angels, and then you'll establish that real magical, powerful connection with the angels. I love that. Okay. Now, oh, the servitor, can they turn against you? No, because you yourself created. Yeah, Master Nova. So, John Below Melchizedek said he was ready for his next teacher, and inside himself, he knew that he was ready for his next teacher. So, what did he do? He was feeling the call to go to this particular town somewhere in London, in the UK. He doesn't know where he's going. He doesn't know who he's meeting. He doesn't know what's going to happen when he gets there. He gets on the plane. He goes all the way across the world from where he is. He gets to London. He's walking. He doesn't know where to go. Finally, he's led. This is a person that has done decades of spiritual practice, that they're so hooked into the upper realms that the upper realms guide them. They don't need maps and GPS and all that. They're not working on that plane of existence, okay? They're really on a very, 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 very higher plane of existence, where they're getting all their information as direct downloads from spirit. So he was getting the true direction to his next teacher. He gets to the next teacher. Judy, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful to be here and share with y'all. And I love that y'all hanging with us on this. He knocks on the door. He finds the teacher. He knocks on the door to the teacher's door. The teacher opens the door and says, I've been waiting for you. Well, of course. He brings John Volo Melchizedek in. And guess how this teacher was sustaining himself? By real world alchemy. He was literally turning lead into gold in his basement. He was literally doing alchemy. And John, because they were like, this man had a nice house. He didn't seem to work. He wasn't stressed over money. He was relaxed. He was well taken care of. But it wasn't a huge mansion of a house that would bring so much energy. Attention to him, right, Judy? It was a modest house in a very nice neighborhood, but it was a very nice house. And in his basement, he was doing alchemy, and he literally was creating gold. And, he would just sell the gold, and that's how he got money. So there are going to be magical means for you to bring about your prosperity and your abundance and riches and wealth and all of that very magically. Attune to the higher realms, be in your daily spiritual practice, and you will really get that, guidance on how to create your wealth and riches. Let's go to the next book, the Necronomicon. So if you can get the Necronomicon, absolutely read the Necronomicon by H.P. Lovecraft. I gotta tell you something about this book. Do not try any of the calls in this book, because this book has calls that you would not believe. These calls are incredible in this book. But do not call up anything in this book, because if you call up something in this book, it's going to be very difficult to try to get it to go back to where it belonged. Necromancy is talking to dead beings, okay? With that being said, let me show you another book that I absolutely love. And this is a book that's not, it is wild. Now, this book is not a book that is nonfiction. This book is a work of fiction. But you know what I love about this book? This book has a bone witch in it. A bone witch. What's a bone witch? Well, I'm going to tell you about another book, Women Who Run with Wolves. And in here, both of these books have something similar. This book, Women Who Run with the Wolves, get this book. She talks about bone witches in here. They assemble the bones of a creature, put it together, and they can bring that creature back to life. And the exact same thing happened in this book, The Bone Witch. In this book, The Bone Witch, I'm still reading it. I haven't read the whole thing yet. Even though it's a work of fiction, fiction works can really help you with magic, like Harry Potter, like Fantastic Beasts, like Shadow Hunters. Shadow Hunters. This is the Shadow Hunters Codex. And I study this. I study the Shadow Hunters Codex, even though I know that this is a work of fiction. Look how I have everything in here. I read, I study, because they're talking about the angel Raziel in here, right? The angel Raziel in the book of Raziel. I find Shadow Hunters very fascinating. And in the Shadow Hunters world, there are only four kinds of beings that are downworlders, or in other words, there are the Shadow Hunters, there's the magics, the witches, the magical people. There are werewolves, and there are vampires. And then, of course, we have the muggles. They call them mundanes. There's always the normal people that can't know anything about all this magical stuff that we're doing. They absolutely cannot know about this. But anyway, what I love about the Shadow Hunters work is that in the Shadow Hunters Codex, they tell you what all the stuff stands for. So I love, love, love studying this. So even though these are works of fiction, they will help you a lot in your magic, because this codex, this codex is amazing. Where she channeled all this stuff from is quite extraordinary, the Shadow Hunters Codex. Oh my God, you can get it from Amazon.com. I got it straight from the book. And there's the angel Raziel there with the mortal instruments. Oh my God, I love this. I love the mortal instruments. Now the TV show was kind of, it's like got B and C actors in it. I mean, it's not the best acting, but you can certainly pick up some really, 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 really good magic from it. Now let's get to our tarot books, and then we'll conclude. Okay, tarot. Here's my top 10 favorite. What do vampires look like? Oh, I saw a vampire. I was on a I was on a bus, that little owl that goes all around Philly at night, and I saw a vampire and looked right at. You see vampires all the time. And I believe Ivan on Tech right here on YouTube is a vampire. Or of the Vampire Nation, or had a vampiric mother, or a vampire father, or has vampire blood, something like that. You can tell vampires. If we really open our eyes to magical creatures, oh, you will see a lot, if you really want to. Now, if you don't want to, or you don't believe in it, or you don't think that it exists, or you're afraid of it, or you're not ready to face it yet, you won't see it. If you really want to see it, you will. I promise you. Trust me, you'll see what you want to see. And trust me, we always find what we're looking for. Always. Whatever you're looking for. So if for people that just want to be muggles, they can be muggles, but that's not you. You're magical. Now, let's look at my favorite tarot books, and then we're going to call it a wrap. This one is The Pictorial Key to the Tarot, and this is from the Rider-Waite Tarot System. Author Edward Waite, and of course it has in it. This one I like because it's the basic foundational, book. love Witchy Webster, yeah. I love it. I love it. What is an enchantress? Beyonce, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. They're all enchantresses. Kim Kardashian. Now, Kim Kardashian's sisters are not Stevie Nicks. Stevie Nicks is a powerful witch. Do werewolf really hate silver? Not werewolf, vampire. Vampire is when the silver, not werewolves. I don't think silver affects werewolves. Vampire silver is dead. Is not deadly. It's very it's toxic. It's like kryptonite to Superman. Don't we love Stevie Nicks? When I used to sing that song Rhiannon, when I was in the 70s, I used to sing that song. I did not know what I was singing, and I loved that song. Later on, I found out she was a freaking high sailing witch. Oh my God. Rhiannon. Love that song. So the reason that I start with this one is because this one is the basic, is the foundational. If you start with a Rider-Waite Tarot deck, this is the book that's going to help you understand the basics of tarot. Start here with tarot. All right, next. This one, I really love this book, and I'm going to open these books so you can see it. This one is called Astrology, Tarot, and the New Age. And the reason I like this book by Crystal Love. Don't you love her name? By Crystal Love. The reason I love this book, and it did come with an awesome tarot deck that I gave away to someone. And you can see I study all these books. I study them. I study them. The reason I really, really love this book is because this book gives you more of the astrological correspondences of the tarot. Every book, approaches tarot from a different way because so many ways you can approach the tarot. There's not one right way. There's not one path to your thing. So you can definitely go. So this got planetary magic and tarot in here, and then she has here listing of even planet correspondences with the tarot. Really nice book for tarot and planets, planetary astrological significance. This one I love, The Witch's Tarot. Oh my God, I love The Witch's Tarot by Ellen Cannon Reed. The Witch's Tarot. This one is really, really good because it also has the correspondences of the Tree of Life in here. And in every book, for each of the major arcana, she has in here not only the meaning of each major arcana card, but look at all the correspondences that are in here. It's very detailed, very, very detailed, and it really gives you incredible insight into each tarot card. And this book, that's on my wish list, and the Aradia Oracle cards. Oh my God. Is an enchantress considered a witch? Yes, an enchantress is a kind of witch. Just like a sea witch, there's a lot of different kinds of witches, lots of different kinds of witches. Probably as many different kinds of witches as there are witches. There's green witches, there's hoodoo witches, there's voodoo witches, there's, hedge witches, there's stitch witches. My mother was a stitch witch. I'm a Christian witch. There are so many different kinds of witches, so many different kinds of witches. So you get to turn within and discover really who you are. So the Witch's Tarot, and this is an incredible tarot deck. Love, love, love this book. Come on, want to be in New York because I really feel drawn to the city. Go and find out Art Witch. Look at that, an Art Witch. Look at that. This next book is by my first tarot teacher. Love my first tarot teacher. Her name is Geraldine Amaral. Geraldine Amaral. And this is called Tarot Celebrations, Honoring the Inner Voice. Now, what's different and unusual about this tarot book is that she sort of goes through the tarot and she gives a very in-depth discussion of it. There's an inner leaflet that fans out with the major arcana. She only goes into the major arcana in this book. So you're not going to find the entire tarot in this book. You're only going to find the majors in this book, the verse 22. Majors of the tarot in this book. And it's called Tarot Celebrations. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book. Yeah, Kitchen Witch. Absolutely, Kitchen Witches. Absolutely. This one is called Tarot Insights. Most of these tarot books, for many years, I read them every day for many years. And you can see all of them I'm marking. Mostly all of these tarot books, I read them just about every day, probably for about a decade. How are you going to really learn the tarot? You're going to study the tarot. Christian Hedge Witch, I know that's right. You're going to study the tarot daily. You're going to pull a card every day. You're going to do what I did when I love the Holistic Tarot book. Oh, that's a good one too. Oh, yay. When you first start studying tarot, it's very important that you get intimate with your cards. And the way that you're going to get intimate with your cards is you're going to take a card, put it under your pillow every night, and you can sleep with that same card for 7 days, or you can sleep with the same card for 1 day and change it to the next day. But I tell you one thing, get ready for some wild dreams because when I was doing that, you can take one card of the 78 cards and put one card under your pillow every day and journal on your dreams the next day. That thing will have your dreams off the chart. Sleeping with the tarot takes it to a whole new level. So if you're not ready for all that nighttime, spiritual activity, oh my God, that nighttime will be amazing. Is there a difference in the deck you have? Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So if you're just starting, I would start with the Rider Waite deck. The Rider Waite, Riderwaite. Eclectic witches are a little bit of everything. Yeah, you can really draw from whatever magical practices serve and suit you and use them for yourself. It's very productive, Judy. Oh my God, sleeping with a tarot, because you're getting the information straight into your consciousness. and it's quite effective, very effective. Now, Tarot Insights. This is a book by Lori Watts Amato, and she's a PhD. Very intelligent lady. Very, very intelligent lady. And I don't really even know how I came across this book, but I tell you one thing. This became one of my favorite tarot books. And I read through it and you just look at the commentary on each of the cards. And it's very in-depth commentary on each of the cards. It doesn't have a deck that goes with it. However, it's really in-depth commentary on each card. This one, the Tarot Spellcaster. I like this one by Terry Donaldson. Terry Donaldson, the Tarot Spellcaster. And this one had a lot of, I bought this back in 2006. This really has a lot of pictures in it. And this tells you how to cast spells with the tarot. And it has some very specific spells in here that you can cast with the tarot. I'll just flip through a little bit. And it gives you all the specifics on every spell that you're going to cast with the tarot. And it's really, really in-depth. I love this book. The Tarot Spellcaster. Okay, hardcover. Next, this one, she has a blog, I believe, online, Learning the Tarot. This is a great starter book as well. A tarot book for beginners. This one says, this is by Joan Bunny. This is also online. This is online. So anytime you're looking up a tarot card, you might get this as one of the responses. If you look at her book, she has in there lots of info in the beginning. And then in the back, she has each card. And then she has, of course, the card. And then, of course, she has the correspondences. And she has keywords. And she has actions. And she has opposing cards. And she has reinforcing cards. I love this because it shows you the interplay between different cards. This is called Learning the Tarot. This is a good one, a really good one. This one I also love, which is Mastering the Tarot. And this is an advanced personal teaching guide by Juliet Sharman Burke. Mastering Tarot. Mastering the tarot, because that's truly what we want to do. We want to master the tarot, and it's full color. So if you flip through it, you see that she has Greek goddesses, gods and goddesses. She has all kinds of correspondences in here that really help you to master tarot. That's truly what you want. It took me a decade to even wrap my mind around tarot, and I still have not mastered it, even after now going on 12, 13, 15 years of studying tarot, still haven't mastered it. Still have not mastered it. Now this one, if you want a workbook and you want to really get in there with some really good work with the tarot, this one, oh my God, Around the Tarot in 78 Days. This is a personal journey through the cards. This is an incredible book by Marcus Katz and Tally Goodwin. Remember, I think they also have a few decks. The tarot can be complicated. The tarot has immense secrets in it. The secrets of the universe are in the tarot. The secrets of the universe. So it's quite a book. Probably takes several lifetimes to master. Several lifetimes. This book, in mastering in Around the Tarot in 78 Days, is a 78-day process. This is not tarot in order. It takes it step by step by step by step. Now, and it doesn't go straight through the deck in order. So I wouldn't start with this one because this is really a very powerful personal journey, but it's really good. And it shows you exactly what order you're going through the tarot in the table of contents. It shows you exactly what cards you're going to take on next and next and next. And you just go through the process for 78 days. Now, I found something really fascinating in this book that I did. I charted myself. No, it's not really a workbook because as you can see, it doesn't have lines in it. But if you got a, I did say workbook earlier, but if you got a journal, which I did, I got a journal to work with this book every day. But this is what I did. And there's a video right here on my channel when I did this. And they loved it so much that they shared it in their tarot Facebook group. Marcus saw my video on YouTube and he loved it so much he shared it. So this is what I did. I mapped myself on on the tree of life. Now this is a little bit of a uh this is not a beginner strategy. I would call this intermediate. And you would have to have some knowledge of the Kabbalistic tree of life in order to be able to do what I did here. But I mapped my consciousness on the tree of life using the tarot. What does that mean? That means each tarot card corresponds to a sphero on the tree of life. And every day when I pulled a tarot card for, I think it was 78 days, every day as I was going through this process, I simply put a dot. You can see the different color dots. I simply put a dot where the tarot card would fit for the day that I pulled. And they tell you in the book which tarot cards they are. Like either was I on the path, on a pathway in between two sphero, was I in a sphero, was I up in one of the upper levels, where was I? And I wanted to map my consciousness. And guess where my consciousness, what it looked like after all these dots. The concentration is right in the center at Tiferet. Tiferet, this sphere right here is the sphere of beauty. Beauty, Tiferet. And it's right in the center. That's like where the concentration of my consciousness is. And you can see that there was a lot up here and a lot up here too. Not a whole lot up here. You can just, it's just a map of your consciousness on paper. And it's incredible, like where you are. And you see how much energy is concentrated right in this sphero, which is not not a lot here, not a lot here. This is exactly where my consciousness sort of hangs out and lives. And you actually can get a pictorial representation of that. And I love self-discovery spiritual tools for witches and magical people. Last book, I saved my the best for last. This book, if you were going to get one tarot book, this is the only tarot book you need. You go back and forth between the third dimensions and the fourth. Yay! I would say go up, up, up as much as you can. Stay up in the fourth and fifth and go beyond, right? If there was only going to be one tarot book you were going to buy, one tarot book that you were going to work with, this is it. Tarot for Yourself, capital S. This is a workbook for personal transformation by Mary K. Greer, an absolute tarot legend. She even signed my book. I have it signed. A lot of my books are signed by authors because I be following them around like, can you sign my book? And she signed my book. Look at that. I have my book signed by Mary K. Greer. I bought this book when in 2005? Yeah, 2005. Oh my God, March 17th. Today is March 21st. It's almost exactly 13 years ago. Wow. And she signed my book. If there's only one tarot book you would get, and I've got racks of tarot books, this is the one. This is the one. Why? Because this is a workbook. Now look what she takes you through in this book. This book is awesome. This book is awesome because not only in here does she talk about how to read the cards, the spreads. Well, look at the table of contents. She's going to show you the spreads and everything. But in that, she also shows you, I just want to give you some of the deliciousness of this book. It's so detailed. She takes you through your own self in this book, your soul cards, your birth cards, your personality cards, she gives you your whole tarot profile in the book. Do you see that? Tarot profile. She shows you your personal tarot cards in here, your symbols. You fill out all of this according to your dates of birth and everything. You fill out all this information in here. Your nighttime cards, your zodiac cards. Oh my goodness. This tarot book, it's incredible. It's incredible. And this is a workbook. This book is incredible. This book catapulted My tarot understanding like you would not believe. Mary K. Greer, master tarot reader, master of the tarot. Look her up on Facebook. Mary K. Greer, tarot for yourself. Capital S. It's been in print a long time. It's a favorite. It's a diehard. It is an incredible workbook for personal transformation. She takes you through everything here. She's got all kind of dream work, all the correspondences. She's got all the charts, and then of course meanings of all the cards. But look at just the work that you can do in this book is incredible. She's got all of the correspondences in there with the constellations. This book is so comprehensive, so personal, so moving, so transformative that if there was only one book, I'll say it one last time, that you would get for tarot, get this one. Tarot for Yourself by Mary K. Greer. She's incredible. I love Rachel Pollack too. Rachel Pollack is an incredible, Rachel Pollack, incredible tarot teacher. Mary K. Greer, incredible tarot teacher, tarot masters. You can follow them right there on Facebook. They're all on Facebook. They're quite amazing. And I have used these books. I share these books with you, praying that they will bring you inspiration, transformation, ascension on your journey as a magical person, that it will affirm your magical life and that you will really feel a quickening in your spirit to practice magic, read about magic, pick up the books, find these grimoires. Lastly, thank you. The angels reminded me that I was something else I was supposed to give you that I have not completed. So let's complete this. I'm going to also give you a few other books that are going to be absolutely phenomenal. Anything by Raven Silverwolf. Anything by Raven Silverwolf. Scott Cunningham. And if you want to start on the magical journey with Scott Cunningham, get a Wicca Guide for the Solitary Practitioner. That's an incredible book. Also, you want to get anything by Aleister Crowley, like books 4 by Aleister Crowley. A Life is Levi, absolute incredible mage. Who is this? This is, Madame Blavatsky, incredible magician. Also, 6th, 7th, and 8th books of Moses, incredible. The Hoodoo Witches love that. And then, of course, Damon Brand. So those are some other authors that I recommend. If you didn't catch them all, rewind the video so that you can catch them all. I love you. I'm so grateful that you stayed here for this whole entire... I love the moon. Oh my God, I love the moon. I love the moon. I haven't met a witch or a witchy person that doesn't love the moon. I love the moon. If you love this, make sure you go to valerielove.com and pick up one of the books that I have there that I've written. Is called The Oracle, Christian Witches Oracle, and it's an 11:11 Bible Oracle. They love that book. People love that book. Magical people love that book. It's the 11:11 Bible Code. Okay, Judy, I love you. Judy, I can't wait to come to New York to hug your neck. We're gonna see you soon. We got an incredible event coming up next Saturday. I love that book. It works. The 11:11 Bible Code. Oh my God, it's an oracle, and I tell you, Mystique, also known as Coach Tiffany, the 11:11 coach, she uses that book all the time. She was doing stuff on Facebook with that, using it for, oh my God, using it for an oracle. That book is incredible. It's incredible. It's a simple little book, so profound and so powerful when you really know how to use it. Oh my God. And I wrote it to bless Christian witches everywhere. I love you. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. Mwah. Peace. KAISI out. Yeah.